Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series of videos I've been doing for a little while now where I go over there and try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. And folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I'm doing this, folks, yeah, I could have gone over there and I could have, tried to restart the whole thing because I fumbled. But damn it, folks, I'm human too, and you need to see that. You need to understand that it's not just this idealized life that I put in front of you where I'm reviewing shit from inside my truck, which you can clearly see, while wearing cool shirts, which you can also clearly see, which I'm going to highlight as you're about to clearly see, because when I wear a cool shirt, I like to highlight the cool shirt, which you will now clearly see. What cool shirt am I wearing, folks? I'm wearing my Boom Cloak and Dagger shirt. I have a lot of band shirts. They are all in their own amazing section. And then I also have a whole bunch of nerdy shirts because I like both going to concerts and various music and stuff like that. And I like nerdy stuff. I am especially a big fan of the Marvel era of comics. And I'm somewhat derided for this, I'm sure. Sort of the very late 80s, very early 90s. That's when Marvel was just like, they were just throwing new stuff out there. They wanted new characters. They wanted to highlight them. You got Moon Knight, Cloak and Dagger, Darkhawk, Sleepwalker. Some of my absolute favorite characters. Most of them are not very well known, although Cloak and Dagger did get their own show for a little while. But I love Cloak and Dagger. I especially love the original version of them. I love like the classic art style and everything. It's just, love it. Anyway, folks, what am I trying for y'all today? What are we doing? Well, I just got through going over there and doing some KFC chicken fingers, and boy, oh boy, am I parched. So, folks, we're going to do boom. It is KFC, but I'm not drinking the Colonel's brains. I don't know where they keep his brain. I'm sure it's on display somewhere in Kentucky as, the national hero that he is. His finger looking good. That's his face. It's a little bit, very detailed now. I remember the logo being much less detailed. It's a little frightening. But, nothing against the Colonel. But yes, indeed, folks, there's a drink. It's from KFC. Specifically, this is the Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning. Now, this has been out for a few years now. Okay, I'm not new to the party on this shit. And I've actually had it before, at least a few times. Thing is, I don't go to KFC that often. I'm typically more Popeyes oriented, but I like KFC too. And typically, if I am going to KFC, I'm grabbing this because this is exclusive to KFC. I debated as to whether or not to do a review on this one because, again, at the end of the day, it's been out for a while, and I feel like people who are interested probably already know. But two things. Number one, maybe they don't. Maybe there's somebody watching my channel who wants my opinion. And number two, I've reviewed most of the exclusive Mountain Dews that I can get my hands on. I've done the Mountain Dew Legend from Buffalo Wild Wings, the lemonade one from Which Wich, a whole bunch of them. So I have an entire Mountain Dew playlist called Mountain Dew Madness, just in case you're interested. Anyway, folks, let's try some stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, this was specifically designed to be paired with some chicken. So, come to me, chicken. Chicken. So let's give it a shot, pair it with some chicken, see how it goes. One thing I've got to say, I like it, by the way. I already knew I liked it. One thing I've got to say with the Sweet Lightning, it has to be one of the best Mountain Dews to come out of a fountain. Now, and what I mean is like in fountain drink format. Because typically speaking, when you get a fountain drink version of something, it's usually kind of shitty. At least a little bit, because, it's sort of watered down. It's not exactly, the proper bottled stuff typically tastes better. Now, obviously, there's no bottled version of the Sweet Lightning. Maybe one day there will be. That'd be cool. If that ever becomes the case, then I'll do a review of that. But the the Sweet Lightning, it does a really good job. Like, it doesn't taste watered down. If anything, it almost tastes like almost a little too syrupy, which kind of works. Like, again, because I'd rather it have too much flavor than not enough. So it works for me. It is sweet, as one would imagine. It's a Mountain Dew. And I will say, it's one of the ones where you can very clearly taste the Mountain Dew aspect of it. And what I mean by that is, if you've ever gone over there and tried, like, standard Mountain Dew, and then tried any of the flavors, like, directly close to it, you can tell that regardless of what flavor Mountain Dew is putting out, they're building off a base of Mountain Dew. And I'm not saying exactly, like the normal Mountain Dew, but they build off a similar structure for everything. So everything, regardless of flavor, has a Mountain Dew aspect to it. This is definitely the case, and it's very prevalent. In fact, I would argue that this is actually one of the Mountain Dews that's closer in flavor directly to normal Mountain Dew. It has almost like it's sort of a sweet citrus, but whereas Mountain Dew, I would say that even though it's a very sweet drink, the sweet aspect of it, or the citrus aspect of it, is more at the forefront. This one, the sweet, is more at the forefront. And I'm trying to specifically place the flavor besides. I should have gone over there and looked it up just to try to verify, but then at the same time, that would have, probably influenced whatever the hell I was thinking, so power of suggestion and whatnot. I want to say almost maybe like a light, very light, maybe sort of like sweetened mango? I'm not saying it's mango. I'm just saying that if somebody told me it was mango, I could kind of get behind it. And I'm sure I'm going to look like an asshole, because I'm going to look this up and it's going to be like, oh, it's this. And I'm going to be like, damn it. Yeah, sort of I'm going to go and say like a sort of citrusy, kind of very light mango kind of thing. It doesn't have like a big mango flavor because it's probably not mango. But that's kind of what my brain, because it's like, it's rolling it around in its head and it's trying to come up with like something that specifically sticks. And it's definitely some sort of a fruit, but it's not like a super duper common fruit, but I'll go with sort of mango-ish. But again, the sweetness is really at the forefront of it. So it doesn't, if by some miracle it is mango, which it isn't, I'm sure it's not, the sweetness aspect is really what's pushing it forward. So let's go over there and try it with some chicken. Chicken. To be fair, that's good chicken tender. Go watch my review of the chicken tenders. It's a solid chicken. I mean, I can't say otherwise. I'm not hating it. Chicken tender has been chewed and swallowed. I mean, it tastes like I just ate part of a chicken tender and drank some Mountain Dew afterwards. I don't know that I would say that it particularly pairs well. It's fine, but I don't think that, like, unless I'm supposed to go, that would be interesting. Since they say that this stuff pairs with it, team up with Mountain Dew to create a Sweet Lightning sauce. Oh, damn, folks, I just made KFC $800 billion. They're officially going to take over Microsoft and Disney and Apple fuse them all into one company, call it Kronos, and then Bad Times, Guyvers, it's a whole thing. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know that it really pairs with the chicken any more than any other soda does. But it's a nice, sweet, citrusy kind of soda. Maybe has some mango. But I like it. And drinking it and doing the review really reaffirms for me why I like it, why I go over there, and I almost always get it when I go to KFC. Not just because it's an exclusive, there's that element, but because it's a good exclusive. Like, certain Mountain Dew's exclusives aren't that great. They're okay, but, they're maybe a little bit generic or what have you. This, it stands apart. It's definitely distinct. It's tasty. Like I said, you can get it only at KFC, which is one of very few things they can hold over Popeyes. If Popeyes ever gets their own exclusive flavor, KFC might be done. I'm just saying. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of months, stupendous rest of your year, and folks, if you can go over there and have yourselves a truly sweet lightning rest of your life. I had a whole thing for part of my intro that was going to have to do with lightning and like a superhero thing and stuff, but then I fumbled the thing and I came up with a new thing. It's called improvising, folks, okay? Thinking on the fly. Final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to try not to be an asshole, folks. It's always the easiest thing in the world to do, folks. Even in a world where I'm eating, delicious chicken tenders and Mountain Dew and all this stuff and everything. It's not bad. Life could be way worse. But it's not all, life isn't all Mountain Dew and chicken tenders, folks. It's just not. Sometimes life is very stressful, very distressing. When we find ourselves in those situations, it's important we take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully go over there and do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to watch this video that I've done. And maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to talk to Popeyes. You're going to be like, yo, Popeyes, I'm just saying, maybe you want to go over there and get yourself your own Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew just whoring around, okay? They don't give a goddamn. They're going to, whoever wants a flavor is going to get a flavor. I might get my own flavor, folks. I'm just saying, I got some ideas. Popeyes goes over there, they get their own flavor. KFC starts to struggle, but then you remember my thing again. You go to KFC and you're like, maybe you go over there and make some sweet lightning sauce. They go over there, they do that. Ultimately, they just kind of go back and forth and just kind of settle to where they are, where it's, sort of the 1 and 2 spot perpetually. Or conversely, maybe go over there and check out some places around you, see if they have an exclusive Mountain Dew. Maybe go over there and get some Mountain Dew Legend from a Buffalo Wild Wings, or, what are some other ones? There's like the plum one. I can't remember all the names. Just go look up exclusive Mountain Dews. Bye.